Welcome. Happy Love Day. Make a compassionate choice as you come to your seat. If you would like to add a cushion underneath you, elevating your spine at the base. And that can just help you bring some ease as you try to bring your knees down towards the ground. You may also support underneath your knees. Just take a moment to pay attention. Arrange your body so that your energy can flow well. Play with the cross of your legs. It's fine to do alternative things. Your body, your practice. Hold your knees. Sit tall, take a deep breath in. Tuck your chin towards your chest, breathe out. Inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, hands into your heart center. Make a connection, just actually pressing in with your thumbs, and then hook that skin a little bit and lift, feeling it. Bring your shoulder blades together and down your back. Pressing your hands into each other. With an exhale, draw your navel towards your spine, in and up gently, creating a little tone and stability in the low belly. Feel your breath. Let it originate from your heart center and conclude there as well. One more time, inhale from the center of your chest. And exhale into the center of your chest. Big breath. Follow that exhale for a long time. Keep letting it go. And when the impulse of energy returns, impulse of inhale returns, lift your eyes and release your hands, circling from your hips. So creating some circling energy out to the right, heart reaches forward, over to the left, a little bit to the back. Find your own rhythm. Notice how grounding this practice is, and just let your energy swirl. Eyes soft, just following the world with soft eyes. Go one more time around this way. Come to center, feel the swirling energy, continue and take it the other direction, out and down. All of this to your own degree, all poses, compassionate towards yourself. Just letting your practice unfold from where it is today. We're trying to still and quiet our minds. Come into your body, come into your breath. One more time around. Feel yourself swirl back into the center. Relax your shoulders down so that you can move your neck in circles. Right ear towards your shoulder, chin towards the chest, left ear leap into the back, lifting your chin slightly. Take your time. Mindful movement. Trying to just relax into your seated pose as you focus on your neck and shoulders. One more time around. Pausing in center. Go the other way. Left ear, left shoulder. Down towards the front. Right ear, right shoulder. Leap into the back. Concentration leads us to a meditative state, that focused state of samas. One more time, move your heavy head around. Come to center and then chin up and down a few times. Keep your shoulders down, your back. And float up the back of your skull so you feel a nice alignment. Let's just breathe up and down the central channel a few times. Thinking root to crown, crown to root. Swirl the breath through your nose with sound again. Root to crown, crown to root. Touching through all those centers of the body, including the heart, on your way up and down once more. Heart lifting pose, bring your hands back. Stretch the hands and wrists a little bit as you lean back. Lift your chest, press the earth, bring your knees towards the floor, and gaze down towards your nose. Find your outward spiral energy in your hands. Feel that open in front of your shoulders. Or we tend to hold some tightness, maybe breathing there. So this is all connected to your heart center. So just let the chest and the shoulders stretch open with gentleness. One more breath. Notice your pelvis is moving forward into this back bend. Your ribcage lifts. Release. Forward fold to any degree. Stop where you need to stop. Listen to your knees. Listen to your spine. Come out and down. Relax your head down. Spread your hands. Gently draw your belly back. Calming energy. 2 more slow breaths. We're creating a victorious breath, slightly louder than our own thoughts. Exhale completes. Inhale, rise and side bend. Over to the right side. Just let yourself express side bending as it feels good for you. Freedom to side bend. So your top arm can be where it feels nice in this moment. Notice your heart in the center of your arms. Over to the other side, press off, float through the center, land your hand open. Find a nice reach with your top arm, steady your gaze. Just the right amount, not forcing, not holding back. A little determination to make the most of each pose. One more breath. Inhale up and twist. Let your belly be long as you twist and look back. Land your hands, one on the knee, one behind. Rotation, let it come from your belly first, then your heart, and then your chin and your eyes. And check out this miracle. We can turn our heads, keeping the rest of our spine in rotation the other way. So twisting 2 directions, just turn your head. One more breath. Bring it all back to center. Second side, long belly. Rotation into easy twist, look back. Belly, heart, chin, eye, side. Good for the liver, good for the eyes. Inhale for 3. Exhale, keep your twist, just turn your head. Last one. And return everything to center with gentleness. Come down to bridge pose. We'll probably come back to it later. Just roll back on your spine. Maybe take out your blanket if you're on one. Roll back. Center skull. Press your feet, round your arms. Lift it up. About 10 breaths. Lightly engaging the muscles of your pelvic floor in and up like the flame of a candle. Let yourself feel grounded with that root chakra and root block activation. What can you soften? Just the right amount. One more breath. Bring your spine down slowly. When that is complete, bring your knees in, perhaps together. That'll strengthen your core muscles more, but if it might strain your low back, do it one at a time. One or both legs lift in. And take a moment to stretch out your low back. You can give yourself some rocking energy, calming. Tuck your chin, rock up and down your spine a little bit, or a lot if it feels good for you. Create a little momentum, keep your chin tucked, and rock up to seated. Transitioning to tabletop position. Hands open upon the earth. Navel towards the spine. Just take a moment to arrange. Maybe you need a cushion under your knees, that's fine. Pick up your right leg, reach through your heel. So you can always refine your hands to find a nice open place for them. Let them spread, lifting the centers of the palms. Feel all of your fingertips. And creating strength by pressing your hands. One more exhale, reach back through your heel. Release and change to the other side. Tuck under your toes. Compassionate stretch back. Play pose preparation. So making sure you're active and then see what you can soften. Relax your thumbs, relax your face, wherever you might be holding excess. One more breath out. Release that leg from that stretch back. Pull up your spine into cat spine, breathing deeply in. Round deeply. And then extend gently. Don't drop your belly too far. Just a little bit of a lift in the tail is okay. Gaze to your nose. Go back and forth several times. Go with the flow. Breathe in, round spine. Breathe out, extended spine, nose gazing. Gaze helps us stay present. Navel gaze as you round. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, forward cow spine, lifted head. Exhale, downward facing dog, deep breath in. Exhale, lift your knees. Find your uplift in your belly, the press of your hands. Deep breaths moving through you. Just waking up the breath. We tend to just use a small amount, like our brains, using a lot of breath. Exhale in your downward dog. Step your right foot outside your right hand. Just step it forward. It doesn't have to be all the way up there. And open out into a twist. 5 breaths. Determined pressing with that hand on the earth. Try to use your bandhas as well, navel and pelvic floor. Exhale, unwind, step back, downward dog. Just establish it for that exhale. Step your other foot forward and open out 5 breaths. Fifth one. Unwind as you breathe out. Step back, downward dog. This time bending one knee at a time, a few times to help lengthen out the back of your legs. Come to center. Lift your toes off the floor. It's okay if your knees are bent. Think about firming your thighs to help stretch your calf muscles. One more deep breath. Relax your feet. Hands walk back to feet one at a time. Press, press, press. Once you're there, soften your knees and fold forward. Turn your hands towards the sky. Letting your spine drape, let it find space in the bones. One more time. Forward fold. Standing up, press your feet, activate your legs. Interlace your hands towards the sky once you get up to standing. Stretch your inhale. And exhale, float your arms into the sides of your body. Step to the top third of your mat if you are not already there. Bring your hands to your heart center. Pick up your right foot and stamp it back down. Same left. You get clear connection with the earth. Classical Sun Salutation. Cross your thumbs. Wide fingers. Inhale up. Pelvis comes forward. Lift your ribs and go back. Breathe out. Inhale. Bring your pelvis under you and forward fold. Go slowly. Bring your hands down and your right leg back to your knee. Anjaneyasana pose will stay for 5, so have a moment to come up and find your foundation. Interlace fingers, notice which way. And then guide your knee towards your toes. Tuck your tailbone, gaze down your nose. To any degree, pull your hands towards your back foot. One more time, use both of your feet. Release your hands and bring back your leg. Knees, chest, and chin. Reach your heart down, reach your chin down. Hug your elbows in. One more breath. Carefully lower to your belly. Come to Cobra. Legs together, reach through your feet and ground your legs. Pull your hands to your chest and lift it off the ground, gazing down. Straighten your back body. Meditative eyes. 4th one, ride the waves of your breath. Keep your elbows hugging in. Press down into your mat, forward and down. Peel yourself up. Come to downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Feel the increased blood flow as you invert your brain. Exhale. Bring down your knees and step your right foot forward this time. Anjaneyasana pose, second side. Opposite weave of your fingers. Do it the weird way. It is in our genetics, how we interlace. One of many things. Draw your hands towards your back foot. Gaze down. Tail tuck energy to help you have space in your low back. One more time. Breathe out. Press your front foot. Come to center, release your hands. Step forward on your mat with your back foot and breathe out, fold in. Press your feet, rise, cross your thumbs up and back. It doesn't have to be much. Gently back. Bring your pelvis back under you and come back to your heart center. Lift your hands to Pranamasana. Pause a moment. Pressing hands, elbows up. Floating hands away from your heart. Feel the muscles that are activated when you press your hands strongly. And exhale, relax those muscles. Right side, bend your knees, step out. Wide parallel feet. Triangle pose. Foot to the back of the mat, other foot going in. Reach. Over and down as you're ready, exhale. Everyday poses, be very mindful. Come in today, say hello, check your low back. And if you'd like to inwardly rotate your top shoulder and tuck your arm behind your waist, lift your heart a little more towards the sky. Holding just enough energy to keep yourself feeling open and safe. And soften what you can. Inhale comes, come up and out, turn to wide parallel feet, reach your arms. Turn your legs to the other side and exhale over and down. Building strength on your way in. Ground your lower hand. Keep reaching up or spin the thumb down and back to bring your elbow bending and your arm behind your waist. So what I was trying to say on the other side was use what you need to. So if you need to take care of your low back here, make sure your tummy's strong and that your tail is tucked underneath. Feet open. Breathe out once more. Inhale comes. Back up to your wide foot reaching stance. Hands down your heart center, turn your toes and drop into goddess pose. Utkatakhanasana, fierce ankle pose. Straight down the center. Bring your hands to your thighs. Keep your right hand on your thigh and inwardly rotate. Take your left arm behind your waist and twist, looking towards your left side. Just one more breath. A little lower on that exhale, and then inhale, release your twist and stand up into star pose, soft reaching. Exhale down the center line, second side. Hands to the thighs. Bringing your other arm behind your waist, your right arm, inward rotate and twist. Looking towards the right. Focus on keeping your knees even, not collapsing inward. 3, 4, and 5. Unwind, straighten, reach up, star pose. Exhale down the center line again. Side lunge. Well, we're here, you have your toes turning toward the corner of your mat. Let that knee bend over the ankle. Take that same side hand behind your skull. Turn your other foot towards the front of your mat. It's okay if it doesn't go all the way. And put up your stop sign. Gesture of fearlessness and protection. So in order to have an open heart, we need to feel safe. Breathe deeply in once more. Release those actions. Pause. Feel. Other side. So the side lunge. Hand behind. Other toes try to head out straight and put up the stop sign, the Ubaya Mudra, gazing at that reaching hand. 4 actions of the limbs, concentrate deeply. 4th breath. Exhale one more time. Release. Wide parallel feet for Prasarita to actually come into the wide spreaded foot pose. So guiding your pelvis into a forward tilt. Your knees might bend. Let them bend. Let them bend as you need. Come on out. Place your right hand in front of you and twisting open. Anywhere in this arc is fine, but if you can, bring your arms into a stacked position. Don't lock your knees. Round the roots of your big toes. Breathe deeply. With fresh perspective. Letting the practice brighten your energy. One more time. Use exhale energy to release. Maybe give your knees a bend. Straightens to any degree. Switch your hands. Open out second side. You might notice which parts of your body feel activated in different poses. Protecting your body with the activation of your Mula Bandha. Breathe out, release down. Inhale, press off, rise. Work your feet close enough together so you can step into them. Come to the top section of your mat. Left leg first, step back, warrior A, big step. Angling that heel, then your knee over your ankle. Come to your sacrum with both hands to begin. So you can, with your fingers, guide your tail into a little bit of a tucked position here. And then in the gesture of unshakable courage, wide thumbs, woven fingers in your heart center. Breathe into that. Guiding your left hip forward, your right hip back. Lifting that back arch. One more breath. Release, open, warrior B. Change what you need to change to turn to the side. Bring your head to the front, shoulders down, float your arms. Try to focus on that one item. Reverse, take it back. If you need a break with your front knee, you could straighten it out for this one or just bend it and straighten and bend again. Lift your whole rib cage, one more deep breath. And exhale. Come back to the top of your mat. Squaring towards the front, nice to have awareness of your pelvis as you step back from the other side. Warrior A. Teaching your body these shapes and then acting like you've never done it before each time, so you have that rediscovery, checking in, make sure you're doing things mindfully. Weave the opposite way, thumbs wide, resting strongly into your heart center. Breathe there. Bend the roots of your big toes. Breathe out. Inhale, straighten out your front leg, turn out your back leg. Turn to the side and relax your shoulders, flow your arms. Turn your eyes to your front fingertips. Deeply breathe again. Reverse warrior. Remember to take care of that front knee if you need a break. Fifth breath. Release. Step out and perhaps come to a wall for support your dancer pose. Standing half bow position. Determination in place. And taking your weight into your right leg. Shift your weight. Stand tall out of that leg. Bring your heel towards your hip and catch it with your hand. So your hand coming from the outside. Catch your ankle or foot. Preparation here. So that you get settled into your balance. Feeling free to have a little support so you feel secure and you can really work with the pose. Feel yourself calming down. Okay, second part, lean forward, lift your back foot, press your foot into your hand to create that bow. Take out your opposite hand if it's available. One, using lots of bend in the standing knee to help the balance. Don't give up. Just do your best. One more breath. And let it be. Feel that energy in the standing leg. Shift to the other side, calming. You can feel the excitement of that pose, that back bend creates an adrenal response, increased energy. Do your best on this side. 5 breaths. Oh, preparation, sorry. Settle your concentration, your breath, your eyes. Now lean forward, lift your foot. Counterbalance with that other arm. Doesn't have to be perfect. Exhale, let it go, let it be. Step your feet close together and bring your hands, tuck them over your navel center. Pause. Letting the prana generated, the vital energy increase from our standing practice be stored into our belly center. Creating a sense of security that allows your heart to feel open. One more breath. It's an energy hold. Reach to the sky, breathing in. Reach to the earth, breathing out. Take care if you can step your feet apart or bend your knees. Half lift pose, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Repeat. Reach your heart forward. And tuck your chin. Breathe out. Bring down your hands. Legs back. Knees down. Puppy pose. Heart chakra pose. So puppy, hips pull back. Back towards the heels to any degree or all the way back to the heels. Few breaths into your kidney area. Feel what happens when you ask your breath to go somewhere specifically. Awareness follows the energy of attention, as does prana. Now, heart chakra pose means the hips come up more over the knees, and then we find that similar shape of the heart down. Use your arms, rest your head all the way down, maybe your big toes together. Try to stretch your chest towards the ground. And now child's pose. Back and down with your hips, arms straight, head down. Gently stretch around your knees. Come out to your belly. We go through the forearm plank pose for 5 breaths if you like. If you're already on your belly, it's okay. Come on down if you're lifted. And release your legs a little bit wide. Have a moment here to ground your front body. So your front pelvis feels free, legs easy wide. Bring your arms overhead, coming into a state of softness for a yin pose. Try to relax your muscles and pull your hands towards you so you lift your chest up off the ground. So spread your hands. You're supported in your hands. You're supported in your pelvis and legs. Come up to your own degree and just take for about a minute. Downward gaze, not too much. You can always lower your chest if you've come up too high. Principles of back bending, pelvis forward, rib cage lifting, including the back ribs. If that helps you, give that request to your body. Lift your back rib cage, just like the front one is. So we're trying to lengthen our front body and our back body at the same time. I just peeked up at myself and saw that reaching through the top of the skull energy to lengthen the back of the neck. One more time, breathe. Relax, release, come down. Just nourish the low back with a resting half rod. Let your left knee come up along the floor beside you. Turn your head also to the left. Relax it down on your free hands or support. If you like to curl in a little towards that knee, you may do so. And again, yin energy, soft. Just let the shape be without effort. Letting your heart have some grounding time. Relax your eyes, let them rest. And when you do that, let your gaze come to the space between your eyebrows. Disturbing yourself as little as possible, change to the other side. Even waves of breath. If anything is uncomfortable, see if you can make it a little better for yourself. Are you gripping anything? Soften. Deeply breathe again in your softness. Straighten out your leg and bring yourself back to center. Flow through upward dog and downward dog to wide child's pose. Adding the rotation. Your hips can be up or down. Work with your body here to find something that creates a refreshing change of perspective. Re-engaging muscles, including the bandhas, navel towards the spine, pelvic floor, toning. Exhale once more. Inhale, press into your hand on the earth, open it out. Big as it feels good, and then release. Other side, thread that needle. You're doing this one pretty much every time. So with familiarity, learning to come in more efficiently, do what you need to do for your body. Breathe deeply. So as we become more experienced with the poses, we can spend more time in them because we can come in without having to do as much preparation. Be wherever you are with each shape today. Just one more breath. Fresh perspective. Inhale, press up and open. And unwind, release. Come on and sit down, maybe popping that blanket underneath to elevate your pelvis a bit and coming out to wide spreading legs. Again, looking just working with the heart meridian, line of energy that connects with our hearts, and coming to a lateral dragonfly pose, side bending. Top arm might come over, maybe not. So lengthen out towards your right leg and relax your feet and legs. Optional, arm over. Not too much. Concentrate on steadiness and stillness. We'll bring our bodies into stillness, our minds might be able to join. Exhale. Come up with some slowness. Go over the other way, just side bending, lateral movement out towards that leg. Possibly adding the upper arm's weight. So different from our seated side bend we did earlier. Just yin style, non-effort. We'll meet this side where it is. One more time, breathe out. Coming up slowly. Having a moment for a spontaneous release from that stillness. And coming to a supported fish pose. I'm gonna make sure I rest time for this. You may just lay on your back with your knees bent, easy peasy, or give yourself a little elevation behind your heart. So you can just have it, the edge of the blanket, and you put your head down, let this behind your shoulder blades. I know that my spine tolerates a little bit more of a lift, so I'm going to roll the blanket up. You can roll a little bit or not. Carefully arrange yourself on top of that support so it lifts your heart from the back. Try to get as comfortable as possible. If your roll is too much, roll to one side, come up, make it smaller, take it out. Let your arms find a place to be. You may knock your knees together. Legs can be straight, or if you want to add the benefits of reclining bound angle, you can press your heels and let your knees come apart. And relax. Restorative back bend, taking out the efforts. Return to the idea of the breath's origin being at your heart center. So physical heart's off to the left a bit. Heart chakra is right in the center. Keeping your focus there. Adding the seed sound in your mind of yam. If you'd like to sound that, you may. Vibrating the heart center, yam. Especially if the legs are feeling effortful where they are, try to change the legs to an ease position, crossing into easy pose, or letting them just flap out like Shavasana. I am open to the deep reservoir of love in my heart. I am loving and I am loved. I am thoughtful, compassionate, and committed to the unfolding of others. I take delight and joy in the success of others. I open my heart to embrace the world as one human family. I willingly let go of the past and forgive myself and others I love. Take one more circle of breath. The rising energy, the falling energy. Come off of your support with care, going to one side, pressing up like we come out of Shavasana. Maybe sitting up on your support for a little elevation. Take your legs out, reach up, breathe in. So lengthen the front body as we come into lengthening the back body, out and down. Just let your hands come where they reach on your legs or feet and use that connection to help pull yourself forward and down. Knees bend as needed. Toes draw back towards you. Calm. Allowing your spine to move the other way. One more deep breath. Make a bit of space on that inhale. Exhale, feel complete. Release, rising up. Coming to the back of your body, pausing if you need to put on some clothing. Have your resting props where you can reach them. Come back and into figure four pose when you're ready. Your left leg on top, either side is really fine. We'll do both sides. Maybe you bring your legs in, maybe not. Just trying to give a little love and releasing in your hips, your low back. Stay with the quality of calmness. Notice how you have cultivated a state of mind, a state of being with your breath and awareness. Even if you wander off sometimes, feel yourself in the state where we can experience bliss that we generate with our own being just as we are. Changing sides with your legs, take care of this side, meet it right where it is. Creates a little positive release in this leg. Targeting specifically the piriformis, which you might feel across your seat. One more breath. Uncross, legs up to the sky and together, hands together. Let your hands and feet travel away from each other until you feel a strengthening in your front. Hold steady for 5 breaths. Grounding your sacrum. And bring your arms and legs back to center and your hands behind your skull. Your right elbow towards your left knee, lifting up and come down. Other side, up and down. 2 more each way. Try not to crank on your neck, but you can use your arms to support your head. Come back down, rest with your elbows wide. Draw your feet towards you and away. Ankle pumps a few times. Loving awareness. Relax. Lower your legs to the floor, straight if you know you've got the strength in your belly without straightening your back. Otherwise, bring them into your chest or lower one at a time. Calm down. Once you're down, let relaxation come through your body. Let go of your efforts. A little arranging and covering. Eye pillow can be a huge difference. It can be a real game changer, especially if you have a busy brain. It can be just a towel or something soft. Cover yourself as you need to and check in so that your heart feels free. Your shoulder blades are together and down your back. Once you've arranged your upper body, check in with your low back. Make sure it has enough space. And your hips can feel free, falling to the sides. Shoulders free, falling to the sides with the arms. Patiently being still. Lightly toning your pelvic floor in and up, connecting with your root chakra. Sense of connection with the earth, basic trust and self-confidence. A sense of security and in harmony with the laws of nature. And vitality. Let awareness just come into the pelvis and the sacrum. Our social nature, creativity, solidarity with the surrounding world. Next time you breathe out, let that exhale into your navel center. Let it ground gently towards your spine, the solar plexus. Powers of imagination, desire for action, coming to terms with the past. The inner fire. Inhale, heart center, love of life. Source of unconditional, selfless love toward fellow human beings, every creature, every element, and the entire creation. Swallowing so your throat feels free. And with that softness in the front of the throat, we have the energy of purity and ethics, where we communicate what we need, what we desire, and where we find harmony. Breathe out, softening the space between your eyebrows. The dissolution of duality, non-separateness, rational thinking, intuition, inspiration, memory. Breathing out the very top of your skull, at your crown, where we can access a state of bliss, where individual consciousness connects with the cosmic consciousness. Let your energy flow through the central channel, touching on those centers of energy. My work is loving the world. Here the sunflowers, there the hummingbird, equal seekers of sweetness. Here the quickening yeast, here the blue plums, here the clam deep in the speckled mud sand. Are my boots old? Is my coat worn? I am no longer young and still half perfect. Let me keep my mind on what matters, which is my work, which is mostly standing still and learning to be astonished. The phoebe, the delphinium, the sheep in the pasture, and the pasture, which is mostly rejoicing since all the ingredients are here, which is gratitude to be given a mind and a heart, and these body clothes, a mouth with which to give shouts of joy to the moth and the wren, to the sleepy dug up clam, telling them all over and over how it is that we live forever. As you re-enter the world from your rest, from your practice, bring the benefits with you. You have generated this yourself with what you already have. Let yourself feel complete as you breathe and stretch your way out of stillness. Coming slowly to seated pose and being still. Next time you breathe in, let it be a deep one. Return your hands to your heart center, remembering to lift that skin. With gratitude and love, thank you.